Welcome to the graduation with line and layers technique. This hair shape concludes the graduation series and shows how to marry a graduated outline with internal layering while still retaining a strong external shape. This shape is invaluable in many salon situations. Prior to shampooing, make a thorough assessment of the hairlines. Part the hair from the crown to the nape at centre back, and then starting from the nape, take a section horizontally from centre to behind the ear. Keep the head tilted forward through this part of the process to minimise the undulations of the neck. Comb the hair in the direction in which it grows and cut a line against the skin that mirrors the angle of the section. At this point, you can cut both sides of the back together, or work on one side in isolation. Although even dampness of hair, overview of balance, and inclination of head should be considerations, here both sides are being worked on together. With either method, use fine sections and always follow the guideline. The next section is parallel to the first and cut with a slight elevation. Repeat this for the second side. The third section is elevated higher still. Notice how the line is kept square behind the ears. This is key to this technique. Now repeat this on the second side. As the graduation progresses, check the shape visually. The next section is elevated higher than the third. The next section encompasses the occipital bone. Elevate this section higher than the previous one, but notice that the fingers are always below the section being cut, so that weight is always being built up. Here you can see how the band of graduation has been developed. Now repeat on the second side. Cross-check the graduation with vertical sections, working from the inside out and remembering to over-direct accordingly. Redefine the outline to strengthen the shape. It is important to check visually and technically the balance of the shape as it develops. Now continue up to the top of the ears on the first side. You'll notice that there's no further elevation. Now take a section from the centre back through to the front hairline. Notice that the sections will be lifted slightly higher each time. The front sections are over-directed back to maintain length. Now work up to the original parting. Repeat the same sectioning and cutting techniques for the second side. Regularly check the balance and symmetry of the shape. Now to the outline through the front. Take a centre parting and then a section around the front hairline. Comb the hair forward and lift the hair slightly to produce a graduated effect. Cut a long fringe to the desired length, in this instance between nose and mouth. Allow the side sections to drop out. Subsequent sections are taken parallel and work across the head. Comb down onto the guideline over the nose. Repeat the same sectioning and cutting procedure for the second side. Continually check the balance and length of the shape. Blend the side areas by taking a diagonal section around the hairline. Hold the hair with the fingers resting against the skin and cut a line that joins the side outline at the corner of the jaw. Subsequent sections are parallel and comb down onto the guide. Repeat the same sectioning and cutting techniques for the second side. Prepare the blow dry by damping the hair with a suitable finishing product and combing into place. Now use a wrap drying technique that starts from and employs the same sections as the cut. Now to the layering on top of the head. Take a vertical section from the crown and round off the corner that has been created. Using the first section as a guide, pivot the sections around the head to take away the unnecessary internal weight. Now cross-check from the back to the front. Remember that cross-checking is a refining technique. The shape should not alter drastically during this stage. Refine and check the graduation with horizontal sections working from the external shape inwards. To define and soften the outside line, use a light pointing technique. And here you have the finished result, a shape that's stylish, commercial, and extremely adaptable.